Whatever happens next, you need to be ready. Now, guys, obviously we know that there was a second attempt on Donald Trump's life, and things are, like I said before, I'll say it again, a lot of us channels are saying it, things are going to get out of control either way. Whether Trump wins or loses, things are going to get out of control. If he loses, I think things are going to get out of control with Kamala Harris. If he wins, the left is going to go bananas if he does, and then we have something else to worry about on the outside of that. So as preppers, as people, as American citizens, we might have to step in and do some shit to some people who are going to start acting badly or behaving like children. So I suggest a lot of us make from belts made out of like steel ball bearings and start whipping people in the ass with it, because things are going to get bad. And if the left is acting like lunatics now, if he wins, forget about it. It's on. Now, if he loses, which I'm suspecting he will, but if he does, then we got Kamala Harris to contend with and her nationwide spread of nonsense. The amount of lying that she did during the debate was astounding, though some people were sitting there saying Trump lied 30 times. Meanwhile, Kamala lied, I think, 13, right? So anyway, but Trump didn't lie 30 times. He didn't. It wasn't even close to 30 times. But Kamala Harris outright lied, especially this whole Project 2025 nonsense that idiots keep believing the left talking about. And I tell people, just read the fucking thing. Read Project 2025. Stop sounding like a fucking moron, repeating the same shit the left is saying. People are like, I read it. No, you didn't. Because if you read it, you know Trump's name is nowhere on it. 1, 2. More importantly, that is what you would need to get America back on track. Now, some of it sounds a little harsh. Depends on how you read it. I read it a little more openly. So I looked at certain things going, that could be negotiated. And everything on there in the beginning is stating to be negotiated. It's not ironclad. There's no iron fist being ruled on the Project 2025. Everything's negotiable and can be interpreted in different ways. Meaning somebody will look at it and go, you know what, I agree with some of those points. Let's change some of this around. But nonetheless, you're trying to build back this country, making sure that you put migrants in their place, making sure that certain things are not taught in school. That's what Project 2025 is. It's not this ironclad Hitler guy that a lot of people are making it out to be. Anyway, the whole point of this video, guys, is be ready to rock and roll at any given minute. Shit could pop off in your town. Shit could pop off in your city or neighboring town. You need to be able to rock and roll and hop to it if things get out of control, which we all suspect it will. Come hell or high water, guys, something drastic is going to happen. Now, again, whether that's Trump winning and people acting like lunatics, or Kamala Harris winning and her laying down the law of the land kind of deal, things are going to get out of control. So people need to be Johnny on the spot. If you are always on the road, keep a bug-out bag and some stuff in your vehicle at all times. Make sure you're ready to rock and roll if it goes down. Make sure if some crazy shit goes down, you have a path back home or to your bug-out location. But you have to be ready. You have to have medical gear in your car. If you're not going to rock and roll out of your town, medical gear in your car in case you have to treat people. Make sure your situational awareness is at its highest, especially for the next few months. You need to not be walking in the streets staring at your phone, minding your business. You need to have your head on the swivel. You need to make sure you're eyeballing everybody, even the little fucking 5-year-old kid. Fuck that little dude. Make sure you stare at his ass and scared fucking, the fear of God in him, because you don't know what he's going to do. You know he's going to bite your kneecaps or some shit. Just make sure everybody is fucking scanned as you're walking down the street. Now, in a place like New York, that is pretty hard, but it can be done. You just got to make sure you play your position right when you're walking through, and you're not walking through with your head down. You don't have those big-ass headphones on, which I'm seeing everybody wear now, the Apple ones, which are awesome headphones, but not out in the street. You have to have all your senses available to you while this nonsense with the election and Kamala Harris possibly winning going on. You need to be Johnny on the spot. You need to make sure that you're trained, and anything that pops off, whether that's fucking evading the area, medical treatment, getting into a firefight, whatever it is, you need to be trained Johnny on the spot for it, because something is going to go down. This is a second attempt on Trump's life, which is bananas. Twice. Now, this guy was nowhere near laying rounds down near him, but still, the first guy or somebody else gave him the balls to do this. And now some people are calling it out because they're like, well, how did this shooter know he was going to be there when it was a last minute plan? Right? He has a syllabus or whatever it is of what he's doing for the day, a time frame, what he's doing for the day. And they said that was last minute. There was no reason that he should have been there or known about it unless there was an inside person. Right? So again, some people are also going off to the fact that he staged this one too. I mean, like, really, dudes? He staged 2 of them? Whatever. You know, I mean, like, again, him staging it, that's a lot. And being that everybody hates him, if he did stage it, they will out him in seconds. Before the fucking first bullet whizzed past his ear, they'd be like, he's lying. He knows this guy. They would have sold him out the first time. The second time, he staged that too. They would have... It's dumb. Anyway, guys, get back to being Johnny on the spot. Keep your shit clean. Keep your shit tight. Make sure you're ready to get into it if you have to, or run if you have to. Make sure whatever goes down, guys, you're able to respond to it accordingly. Do not run into a gunfight with a knife. Don't do that. But if you have a medic pack and you know that people are down and you want to jump in and help, do that. Because, like, guys, we are at that level now where we are going to be unwillingly and not because we want to, but we're going to have to jump into this shit and fight. We're going to have to jump into this shit and help where we can. That is unfortunately where the fuck we are going right now. Civil war? I don't know, man. It seems to look more and more clear every day. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.